skirt.
Hello. I might be having trouble coming through. Hold on. Lychee, thank you for subscribing with Prime for 29 months. I am trying to fix the issues. We're on Linux. We're streaming from Linux. Let me... How do I do this? That's the only way. Okay. Let me... A lot of this stream is going to be figuring shit out. Hi. Capture cursor. Ew. Okay. Hi. How's it going? Let's see. That needs to go where that is. You're gonna see a lot of... It's gonna be mostly a just chatting stream. Cause, oh lordy. That ain't right. If you got a bunch of notifications of me going live, which it doesn't look like there was, because I think Twitch didn't even know. I am part of a limited beta program with Twitch. I thought I would try to take advantage of it, because the future of streaming is now, and I was trying to use the new codec, which lets me stream at 1440p with a bunch of fancy shinababs, but I don't think it was working. I think it was really not working. I probably sound a little crappy. Everything sounds a little crappy. I don't know where my mic is. I had to manually add my mic, despite OBS having a concept of my mic. So, I don't know where OBS is. YouTube Studio is the only thing we got working right now. So we're rocking. We're rocking. Party Rock is in the house tonight. Everybody, just have a good time. You got it? Is it chroma key or color key? I never remember which is the good one. I am invisible! Should make it more blue. Should blue screen myself. This isn't funny. This isn't entertainment. Let's see. I can't do the transparency anymore. And I can't do spout 2. Did I disconnect, or is it just being stupid? Aw, yeah, baby. Aw, yeah. I will tune this. Actually, I think it kind of looks cooler with the blue outline. Slightly. 128 is a good number. Alright, maybe 150. Alright, I'm satisfied. Hello. Now you can see me. Isn't it great? I feel like so much I have to redo from the ground up. I tried importing the Windows config and I got a bunch of broken sources. At least Zippo over there's kicking. We still got Zippo. That's how you know we're gonna make it, chat. Zippo's still around. And I'm still gonna get super weird about setting the resolution of my VTuber software. It's gonna happen. It's just a fact of life. Like, is 900p good enough? I don't know. I looked at a lot of 16:9 aspect ratios yesterday. Alright, now you can see me. Now you can hear me. We're almost halfway to a streamer setup. Now we just need something on the screen. And this is where it's gonna get weird. Maybe. Alright, I got a microphone. I don't know why my mic is just gone. I feel like OBS normally has my mic. It's not there. I don't even know if how am I gonna get my Stream Deck working. It's like, can we just like, I hate this. Like, really, Windows? And Mac's no good because everything costs money on Mac. Because they charge their developers money to do anything. To wipe their butt on the Apple campus, they gotta pay $2. Alright, let's add a desktop capture. It seems like a solid starting point. Alright, now I learned a cool trick. Forehead, yeah. I'm trying to have one right now. Alright, I learned a cool trick. Looking up OBS secrets. Main V3 which is this scene we're on. Video back. That's what we're naming this. There it is. All right, what we're gonna do. Boom. All right. Cool ass beans. Also, I did a little coding, and we are now true Trinitron quality. I am as crisp as ever, while still being CRT. The CRT effect has never looked better on this stream, and that's a rock fact. Gotta move my big ass head. All right, we're gonna use this color source as the backing. What up, Gabo? What up, amigo? Guess what? I fucking love you. Damn. That's pretty freaking F-sort of you. Damn. You play Fortnite with a bitch and they fall in love with you. I love how my eyebrows disappear. I get like a surprise like, they're gone. Live la vida loca. Alright, we're gonna make this the back. Ma. I'm just playing my Spotify likes. I think VodTrack's working. God forbid VodTrack not be working. I will be screwed. Twitch will kill me. This stream is literally being used for debugging purposes. I can't, if I get this muted, they're gonna be pissed as shit at me. But I think I got everything right. Alright. Main V3 captures tequila. Alright, main V3 captures. Okay. Got a new group. Take that group. We're gonna put it down by that background, and we're gonna put that background in there. And so supposedly what this should do is it will create a we'll create a little whatchamacallit. It basically creates like a little scene back there. So then as long as I copy the transform of that color source, maybe. All should be cash money? It's... There's only, like, window capture and display capture on Linux, and it's... shitty? There's a game capture, but it's a plugin, and it only works if you have the Flatpak version of OBS. Because apparently, the way you distribute an app on Linux comes in like, you can have a snap, you can have a Pac-Man, you can have an app, you can have a system, you can have a Flatpak. I may have said the Flatpak twice. There's so much shit. I'm so confused by it. But if you install the Flatpak shit, you can't use regular plugins. But if you use a regular install of OBS, you can't use the Flatpak plugins. And then the game capture is only available as a Flatpak plugin. And I'm like, what the shit is this? But they're like, don't worry, if you compile it yourself, you can have a not Flatpak version. Bitch, I looked up the dependencies. I'm like, alright. If it's easy, I'll look it up. I look it up. I see, okay, CMake. Ah, yes, CMake. Everyone knows CMake. Install CMake. I then see the next one, OBS tools, or libobs. I looked that up in that package manager. They ain't none of that shit. I'm like, alright, it's already getting past where I want to be. So this horse shit. Alright. The backup capture method. Display capture. Ba-bam. There's my blue sky. Nice. And I can see all my shit. Alright. Advanced settings. Ooh, Xserve. Xserve? I didn't know Scully and Mueller did serve like that. Damn. Alright. Has been caught, and there's a little cloud. I need to figure. Oh, it's a rock. Damn it! I can't recognize any of the emojis anymore. Also realize I'm being covered up. No one can see me. Where the hell is this thing? There. There we go. That's some shit. Okay. I'm gonna write a number in chat. Cool beans. There. That's the size of my little emoji capture. I like this song. It's a gay song. Alright, I'm gonna deal with the display capture before I deal with audio filters. Transform. We're going to create a bounding box, scale the inner bounds. My favorite feature of OBS, the bounding box. Pope! Welcome to Linux. It's hell in here. Crop to bounding box. Huh. But what if I want to crop the bottom so no one sees my taskbar and all the cringe things I got open? Like that. Alright, now I need the position. Alright, so go to the edit transform. It is 43 by 123. 43 by 123, 43 by 123, 43 by 123, 43 by 123, 43, 123. Okay. And then I put it. I did it. It's called a crop top, not a crop bottom. Fuck you. Alright, I'm gonna crop more because I can still see my taskbar. I still see the taskbar. There. We have the bare minimum necessary to pull off VTubing. Alright, we're getting this Linux thing handled. Ah, God, what another fucking good time. Alright, now we'll worry about audio filters. It's right on, gamers. Right on. Alright, so it's been a while since I've done even my own filtering. So right now we have a limiter to negative 20 decibels. If you want to do OBS shit, you can follow along. Audio move. What does that mean? I don't get it. Move action, move value, noise gate. They've added things. Upward compressor. How does that work? I don't know, but it seems to be boosting the audio somehow. We're gonna add a regular compressor. Put that before the limiter. I'll forget how to use these for a moment. Negative 40. Ratio of 5 to 1. I don't know. That's probably good. I don't know. How do I sound compared to the music chat? I think that's all. Every time I help someone set up, I'm always referencing my own setup, which was accumulated from a million years experience watching too many YouTube videos about OBS and audio. Alright, time to make me sound even better. Alright, chat, here's what you do. First, Okay, you're gonna want a noise gate? No, wait. Do you want an expander or a noise gate? I don't remember. I think expander is nicer. Oh, wait, I forgot. You want noise compression first. That's the first part. And I always go with speaks because the other one caused weird audio delays. Already looking at my bar, I can tell. Wow. It's quiet. But when it ain't quiet, when I disable it, it's hovering around negative 45 decibels. So the way an expander works is you want to kind of set it up, you want to click that gate preset. And that lets you, does the opposite of, it's like a compressor that gets triggered by the opposite. Why is the ad break notification so fucking big? I can't even do anything about it. Actually, I don't even have a way to clear my redeems right now. I don't have that shit set up. Alright. Alright, so for the expander, negative 40 is probably good. Set at the toe. Yeah. Huh. I think I'll set that to negative 50. I'm not sure what it means by that, but I don't know. And then we'll set the expander to negative 40. And that should make it sound nice and pretty. So you can still hear me bang into my pots and pans in the distance, but you won't be annoyed with it. We do need a limiter on me. I feel like I'm forgetting steps, but I can't remember what they are, so they must not be important. Oh wait, I do remember there is one. I know with the threshold for me, it's more of a preference, but at the very least you don't want to exceed negative 1 decibel. I think negative 3 is a good spot. Alright, now I'm gonna add a compressor to me, and that'll keep me from peaking too hard. Ooh-wee-oo. Miku, miku, ooh-wee-oo. Miku, miku, ooh-wee-oo. Ooh-wee-oo. I like Miku. Yeah. But, and then in between the compressor and the expander, I want to add some gain, I think. I think that's where you add the gain. Doing that, I hover around negative 25. I don't think I need to apply too much. Let's just try 5. How do I sound now? Ooh, mamma mia! I'm peeking in the red a little bit, which is what I want, but I think what I will do is I will change the compressor to go to a 3-to-1 ratio. That'll pull it back a little bit more. Oh. Wait, why are my ads 1 minute and 30 seconds? I never decide what my ads are gonna be. I swear to fucking God. I'm sorry. Niku, Niku, ooh, you. I think I might actually, I'm gonna lower this a little bit so that the music doesn't take over too hard on anything, even when I'm mumbling a little bit. So when I'm whispering really softly, you guys can still hear me over the music. Oh, 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 oh. Also, wait, where? This is the guy that draws all these weird comics, right? Or no? You just edited it. The fuck's his artist's name? House of Decline. There we are. Admit it, you're trans, idiot. Closeted list. What else we got? Circumcision. Yeah, right. What's the worst that could happen? No one can withstand the forces of my contrary take. For instance, True Detective season. I actually heavily. That is my face. This bottom right is my fucking face. True Detective should have never had a season 2. Damn, can I show that? Here's your Pulitzer Prize. Damn. Uh. I like this guy's comics. They're good. All right. What else do we have to set up on here? I don't know. God, that's how I feel when I talk to people. Literally just art. Literally just arched my eyebrows. You always do a good job with your eyebrows. Just gotta figure out what to do next now. I suppose. So okay, so I know what I gotta do next, and I don't like it. I gotta unpin that. So, for those of you who do not know, Linux, for years now, years upon years, has had this miraculous thing called Wine. Wine is honestly a badass program. It is super fucking cool. It's not emulation. Also, I want Shotcut. We have Shotcut. Yeah, we got Shotcut. I like Shotcut. Give me that shit. I want that. Alright, so wine stands for... Wine is not emulation. It is a Windows middleman, I guess. So technically, think about it like this. It's sort of, when you write a program for Windows and compile it, it makes machine code, right? Same as any other language. Same as any other computer that you can make a program for. But it's made to be in communication with Windows stuff that's in the operating system. Well, so then if you were to, in theory, try to run it on a different operating system, like Linux, the Windows program immediately goes, what the fuck is this shit? Where's my stuff? And dies. Wine is the middleman that basically, instead of having, it pretends to be the Windows operating system and will say, when the Windows program asks for Windows operating system stuff, Wine pretends it's Windows and gives it the Linux thing, which is stored somewhere else. So that's how Wine works. However, it's a bit like emulation in that it's confusing as shit to set up. So I've been installing all this crap that surrounds Wine that isn't Wine. And guess what? It doesn't fucking work. None of it fucking works. So I'm gonna be very much I'm scorching the earth on my wine bottles cause that shit ain't working for me. Why are there two wine? I don't know why there are two wine. I would really like Clip Studio to work. I know Blender has a native Linux port. If anything, Blender's more native on Linux than Windows. But if Clip cannot come over, that's gonna be a very big deal breaker on whether or not I continue to use Linux. So, yeah. I got this huge bottles folder. Quip doesn't like it. Oh my god, it's already 10 gigs. Quip doesn't like it when you move it. Or like try to install it on more than one thing at once. It's like you can only move this so many times. If I remember correctly, it only really, they're purposefully vague with what that means because they only really enforce it if they think you're abusing it. Like you're trying to like clearly run Clip on a bunch of devices without paying like a thing. But if you switch like 2 times a year, I think you're alright. Well, I used my one switch trying to get it into the bottles. So that didn't fucking work. Wait, Wine 64 is a separate thing? Okay. I tried. Wait a minute. Is chat showing up? Okay, chat is showing up. I'm just crazy. I'm not sure if that'll sub alert they'd go through though. Let me see here. We're gonna look here. We're gonna go back to starting just so we can figure this out. Boop boop doop boop boo. Where is it? I heard it, but I don't see it. What the fuck? Alright, well that might explain some issues. If I make it 800 by 600, it might be okay. Really? It doesn't. All right, let's try it again. Oh, there she be. Oh, wait a minute. This might help me. Shit. All right, I'm remembering something. Okay, where do I get? Where do I go? I got to go to no .config in my home folder. No, it's not app. It's not .var either. Oh my god, the whole computer is slow as shit. Hello? Mint, are you okay, gamer? You seem to be struggling. Alright, plugins. Come on, baby. Alright, OBS shader filter. Come on. We got this. Data. Examples. I'm dead just like disco. My bank account is 000. Oh no. Cause I'm spinning out now. I was a teenage outlaw with no worries on my mind. Ooh, now I'm getting older. My heart is growing colder all this time. Alright. We almost there. I see the file. Oh, I see the file. There it is. Oh. Now if we test the thing, yeah, now it's all curved. Like it's on the screen, like it's on that little tiny screen there. Alright, stream elements alerts seem to be suffering from the same affliction of been shrunk down. I do not understand how this is all working. Oh, yeah, okay, alright, I'm starting to understand this a bit better, I think. Right. Do sound alerts. Alright. Yes, can you please stop messing up my stuff? There. Well, the computer monitor is now updating. Wait, I better make sure this still works. Alright, alright, alright. Tight, tight, tight. Nice. Man. Okay, where are my alerts? Let me unlock all my alerts just to make sure they're all there. Yep, they look like they're all there. Goblin is happy that Goblin's alerts are not disappeared into the void. Is that George Bush? Damn, HRT do miracles. That's football. Aw. What a cool, fun. Ooh. I like this. Saving that for later. She's hot, but she's too into shoegaze. What does that mean? What is shoe? A Mingo is a low tier. I don't care. I love him more than lights. He's bleeding. Okay. I'm distracted. The fuck happened? Where are the highs? Oh no, indeed. Spotify. Hold the fuck on. Cause we gotta redo that. Cause that was so bad of quality. I cannot stand it. Alright, we're just listening to this because I'm going crazy. Alright, what do we got next? We were gonna get Clip Studio working. Because we got this thing. And it, in theory, should allow us to install Clip Studio with absolutely no problems. We are on Linux. I don't know if I'm sticking around. But that's what we're trying to... We're doing our best. We're trying. But if I can't get Clip Studio working, what am I gonna do? Downloads. That one. That one mine. System requirements. Oh, whoa. This may be important. Okay. Alright. How are you doing today, Surgeon? We're gonna try to... Heads up to Linux users. Anyone got this shit running on Wine? And then WineDB. One of these has got to be working. Also, I do want to look at my Twitch inspection right now. How we is? We have 4 qualities coming out of my computer. Yep, that broadcast is enhanced. Look at them qualities. Chat. Can you go away? Top bar? Thank you. See, that's the bit rates of all the things. That's what you guys are seeing, chat. You're seeing one of these 4 qualities, and they're all coming out of my computer right into your little household, onto your little devices in your little hands. Isn't the magic of the internet amazing? Soon, we're gonna have a stream at 75 FPS at 1440p. It's gonna be incredible. Oh yeah. HEVC did not hit. I will say that. It was bad. It was very bad. Also, look at these fucking. Look at this shit. No. Oh, wait, this Miku. Look at this Miku. This is good Miku. Quality Miku right there. I'm procrastinating on doing this because I'm afraid to know what's gonna happen. Alright, chat, let's see here. Try Krita. Yeah, I love Krita. Okay. Lutris. Alright, we got this thing. Latest wine version tested. We only have one test of Clip Studio 2.0. Nice. Install a non-listed program. Alright, we have the default install directory unchanged. Just make sure to install the C drive, which is the one managed by Play on Linux. Check the wiki on how you can manage host drive space. Don't let the installer launch newly installed program for you at the end of its installation. Okay, that sounds important actually. If asked if you want to reboot Windows immediately, you may answer yes. But in no case should you reboot the host operating system by yourself. Alright, Play on Linux is not related to WineDB. To ensure that the results will be compatible from one computer to another, and to avoid regressions, we specify a working wine version for each program. This wine version will quickly become out of date, but we won't change the installer until new tests are made, and it takes time. For those reasons, please do not send any bug reports or any support on Wine HQ forums if you're using Play on Linux. If you want to help the project and avoid a test. It's called wine because trying to get it working makes you want to drink. It feels that way. It certainly does. Alright, welcome to Play on Linux Manual Installation Wizard. This script will take you to install any program on Play on Linux and use it with all the tools. We are unable to guarantee that your application will work perfectly. Install a new program in a virtual drive. Please type the name for your application's virtual drive. Clip Paint. Shouldn't contain any spaces. I knew that. Clip underscore paint. I want to do all three of those things. Which version of wine would you like to use? I only have one option. More 64-bit. What does that mean? Play on Linux has encountered an error. If the program you're installing does not work correctly, it might be the cause of the problem. Error in POL wine. Wine seems to have crashed. Program is running. Just ignore this message. This thing keeps crashing, but then it's like, yeah, just go on with it. Is this... As... I can't drink. That's the worst part. Even the smallest parts of alcohol will give me an instant migraine, basically. I skip the fun part and go right to the hangover. It might be a HRT thing. I don't know. Speedrunning hangovers. Yeah. Yeah, I know I saw core fonts somewhere in this fucking shit. Alright, is WinTab a thing somewhere? Video driver. Yeah. It's because I like Sonic music. Kurt 140. Alright, we gotta find Kurt 140 in here. Huh. Where's Kurt 140? If only there was a thing I could search stuff with. There's nothing called Kurt 140. Okay. Alright. Install core fonts with wine tricks. Okay. Apply or use DXVK in wine tricks. Alright. I think that's something in here. Let's go DXVK. Hey! DXVK. We found it. Alright, D3D10_1 and D2D1.dll. Alright, it sounds like we need DirectX 10. What that look like? Oh, there. DirectX 10. Yeah, it is, isn't it? I wish that, We could have a user-maintained database of dependencies for fucking programs that I could just reference, you know? Is there more than one wine? Proton tricks. A simple wrapper that does wine trick things for Proton. Bitch, I'm gonna... Goblin gonna kill. Goblin very much gonna kill. The big boss is gonna have to come after me after the war crimes I'm about to commit against wine. Alright, we need Visual C runtime 2019. Alright, there's something. That's something I can do something about. Alright, Visual C runtime 2019. Alright. I keep seeing a lot of stuff saying that I need to make sure Windows 8.1 is set. Microsoft fonts aren't installed. I'll install them for you. Thanks. Please read and accept the following. I would if I could, but it doesn't seem like I can. Let me hold on, let me get like a window capture here. No. Yes. Alright. Now we have what are those captures? Transform, copy, transform. We're gonna go up here. Transform, paste, transform. Hold on. $43, 1, 2, 3. I keep forgetting that she updated this song on Spotify and it sounds nothing like the original. In fact, I don't like it. We're gonna listen to Ghostworks. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Hi, we're on Linux, Thoxa. How's it going? I agree. Tell me, Thoxa, can you read and agree to this? You know, if I need to slow it down for you here. Did you get all that? Also, it just occurred to me that I am cropping the bottom. There. Cool. At least I got Spotify working. I need to get an actual media player for my own local files, though. YouTube's... I still haven't gotten VC Face working. I haven't even started on that. I just want clip. Want clip. Mm. Bah, 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 bah. Blinder. We do want that. Do you think it'll get pissed if I... It keeps telling me that this shit crashing. Alright, well, if you're gonna crash, I'm installing Blender. I mean, I have my graphics driver. Is that a Vulkan driver? We are rocking. We are thriving, queens and kings. Nothing installed. What? Ah! Goblin just wants software to work. Goblin upset. Goblin does think Goblin chose her software. At least Blender works. I just really like Clip. I suppose I could live without Clip. I would just be very upset about it. I wouldn't even be able to try Psy out. That'd give me the big sad. Oh, the joy of open source software being able to be made for Linux. Yeah. It's just such a... Windows really did nail how to fucking organize programs And I don't know what it is with Linux and dependencies. I don't know how, like, what happened? What happened with Linux? Like, I understand like why we have like these app images and like these flat packs and shit now, cause like that shit doesn't make sense. Like, is that like wraps all of its dependencies up into the .exe, for lack of a better word. Yeah, like, seriously, like, if you ever, let me show you here. No way, I can do this. I have to refund you. 'Cause how do I even do that right now? I don't know how to do that right now. I don't know how to even refund you right now. I don't care that Twitch has stories right now. The Plus program. Dude, I ain't even partner yet, bitch. Thank you, Ignalis. But Linux is user-friendly. If Linux is user-friendly, my dick has been seen by the planet. Like, that ain't... Mm. It's exactly like Snapchat or Instagram stories. It's just the thingy. Alright. I'm trying to load something here. I think I need to have another audio capture. So, application audio capture. Where's Firefox? This shit. I have Firefox open. What the hell? What the fuck? Firefox ain't there. I don't even see like Gecko. Okay, never mind. No Firefox capture. Alright. Linux is making me hate. Goblin hate. Angry. Alright, there's a really good video by a guy that is arguably fucking insane. But somewhere maybe it's just Cursed Farms. This is an hour and 17-minute video about a man's opinions on user interfaces. And I can't help but agree with him. because he goes into like not just like games or like operating systems, but just shit in general. That's the thing, like, and like, if you, so Teams, Microsoft Teams, I use that for work. So I use Microsoft Teams for work, and recently they have mixed the teams that you're in, the chats for those, with your other chats, which are like your DMs, right? And if you look at how Discord organizes shit, you have your servers, and then on the top you have your friends for the DMs, and those can be group DMs or they can be like non-group DMs, individuals. And you can't pin people at the top but of your stuff. I also don't think, or I haven't done it if you can. But like it's like pretty much Teams copied Discord, and that was good because Skype for Business sucked dick. And now they're like just putting them all together, and it's like why? And I'm realizing as I'm looking over to the left side of my Teams window, there's Excel, there's my fucking OneDrive, there's a fucking PowerPoint, there's a whole other OS in my Microsoft Teams, which just leads me to ask the question, why? Why? What is the point of my operating system if Microsoft Teams is supposedly replacing it? Like, they don't. And then they're always asking for feedback. You change a setting, they ask for feedback on why you did what you just did. How many columns of circles you want? Yeah, you could argue that. That's the thing with Microsoft right now, especially Microsoft Business shit. If you start trying to customize your stuff, almost like anytime you are done with your settings, they're asking you why you did what you just did and like how they could improve it to like make it better for you. And I don't think a fucking big old corpo people anymore realize you will not be able to make a shoe size cannot fit all. Bitches are going to want their stuff laid out how they like it. Like if you look at the top of my Firefox here, if I can even capture that directly, because apparently all right, if you look at the top of my Firefox, I'm gonna try to get this. All right, if you look at the top of my Firefox here, this is how I like it. I like having a separate search bar. I like having the refresh on that side. I like having my back and forth. This is how fucking Firefox was back in the day. This is how Internet Explorer was back in the day. Fucking Netscape Navigator probably had this shit laid out like this. This is how I like it. And I like having like a little full screen next to my stuff because these are my window management spaces. Got my no tab there. And then way over, I got my pinned tabs that always stay there. You can't see that, it's a big old list of tabs. And then these are my tab groups. And that's how I like it. The beauty of this system, though, is that I can change any of this to be however the fuck I want it. That's what they don't. Customization is not made nowadays. It is just like. There's nothing that should affect performance here. Like, One of the nice things about Clip Studio that I hear from a lot of people is that you can like import layouts from other like programs. Like you can basically make Clip emulate how like Krita, how fucking Clip Paint Tool Psi works, all that stuff. It's good. I think Critic can even do that. That's good stuff right there. Ooh. But like the idea of the start menu was groundbreaking. And it was, and I would argue that the start menu just, especially Windows XP, Windows XP to Windows 7, that was like basically, Windows 7 was just a refinement of XP's start menu. The idea of like, you have your top 10 programs right there. Anything that ain't clipped to your taskbar that is you use all the time, put that at the top of your freaking start menu. That's such an easy idea. But now it definitely feels like you gotta like go through it. So it feels like they scrum some sort of scrum lord shit. I don't know who else works in software and knows what scrum shit is. But you gotta have their story points. They gotta go through improvement cycles from like 10 different teams. And if they don't document every little thing to the smallest detail, their change isn't allowed to go through. That's discouraging. That discourages any sort of innovation. Like, I feel that at my work. Like, I used to feel like, hey, we could try doing that really quick. I'm scared to try to do anything right now. To do anything. I've like lost the soul of making shit at work. More scrolling through menus equals bad. Less scrolling through menus equals good. That is a good principle to go by. Yes. But that doesn't mean you get rid of the scrolling. I think that is something that fucking higher ups at software companies don't understand. Just because you shouldn't have to scroll doesn't mean you should get rid of scrolling. Like I cannot stress enough the anger that fills my heart. I will 100% take scrolling through a giant list of settings to find something than having to go through a bunch of convoluted menu systems to try to dig out stuff, the perfect little way down to get what I want. And I heard once that fucking they wanted to add searching for tools to Microsoft Word because it was getting a little like, there's a lot of shit in Word. And apparently the design team turned that down because they thought that would be admitting that they didn't know how to organize their shit. So they then needed to do better at submenus. And the menu bar on Windows was great. Apparently the design team at Windows fucking hates that. The menu bar was genius. I don't get this. I don't understand. Linux Mint? I love the design of Linux Mint. Like, this whole OS rocks. Wait, Linux Mint, I love the start menu. Like, even though it doesn't even have like my top programs, like I'm already in the search and I can type in whatever the fuck I am trying to look up. Because for the most part, if you're using something a lot, you pin it to your taskbar anyway. Like, there's a reason Linux hasn't moved past Windows 7 in terms of design. I actually don't hate Clip Studio Paint's tool setup. I actually prefer it over every other tool program I've used. Maybe it's just my flavor of ADHD, but I very much vibe with the way Clip Studio has had things set up. That's why I would like to continue to using it, because I have Krita installed on this. Krita works fine. I love Krita. Like, if Clip Studio is like, we're going to feed all your art to AI stuff if you use us again, and I had to stop using them, I would 100% be okay switching to Krita. But Krita's... the way Krita handles its... hold on, let me see if I can... getting used to it. I'm starting to get used to... No. 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 What the fuck is Nemo Desktop? No. 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 Where's Quit? Where's Krita? I can't capture anything on this goddamn computer. By the time you get to Zooey, forget what you were doing. I very much am like Krita for me. I think that this whole bar here is a little. I don't know. I don't Jones with how Krita's laid out, and I think that their default brushes are horrendous, and it takes a lot of tweaking. Right? Any program that does Control Shift Z for redo, I am instantly skeptical of. But I do love Krita. I prefer to. It has amazing support for a lot of shit, and it's like my go-to quick image editor. I prefer it over GIMP by a long shot. Like, Krita's great. But fuck, what's Breeze Dart? Ooh, blue. Yeah. What the hell is that? Hmm. You may like Psy then, Sirogan. I don't know what Sirogan. I don't know what OS you use, but I've heard that Paint Tool Psy is very nice for those who like a very streamlined, not too many bells and whistles kind of drawing experience. I have that ADHD that likes to have a lot of tools. I prefer the simplest way of getting a job done that still has me in full control. Like, even if I could make a completely ethical AI shit to help me, assist me and shit, I wouldn't do it because I feel like I wouldn't be doing it. I wouldn't have control. But a lot of the tools in Clip except for a few. I definitely feel like I am in control. I feel like Krita is a nice in between Clip Studio and it's a nice in between Clip Studio and what's that other thing called? Like Psy maybe. I don't have have a lot of experience with Psy, so that's very subjective of me. Might not be using that word right. My brain's going a little blank because I'm now trying to organize my Krita into how I like my stuff laid out. Where's that little... No. I think I need to let... Yeah. This was a part of a clip that I really liked. Krita's very nice. I really like Krita. I do want to try Paint Tool Sai though, but apparently it's like... It's Windows only! Mm. That man is a based. I'm gonna let Peanut out of the room. Do you wish for freedom, my boy? Freedom upon you. One thing that would be nice is if React OS got good. I don't know if how many of you guys are aware of React OS. It is not Linux, it is not Windows, it is not even Mac OS. It's kind of Windows, I should say. It is a reverse engineered Windows XP compatible operating system. And it is strange, to say the least. Because I think it is driver compatible as well. But like... It is interesting. The issue is that shit only if it only works with Windows XP stuff. I mean, Server 2003 is like Windows XP with some cool I don't know. I mean, if it's 64-bit, I imagine that it would have to be. Because I think the 64-bit version of XP is based off of Windows Server 2003. So it would have to be. I don't really know. It's always been explained to me as a Windows XP compatible, but you know that was the closest consumer version of Windows, and Windows Vista is such left field from there that yeah. I don't dislike Vista, but I understand that at the time that Windows Vista was such a fucking piece of shit to every pre-existing hardware. I mean, let's see here. What are the differences between? Probably yes. We would recommend you check if your favorite app runs in React OS. It's ongoing. Run in a virtual machine. I don't know. What version of Windows is it based on? I think I saw Windows Server. Okay. React OS is binary compatible with computer programs and device drivers developed for Windows Server 2003 and later versions of Microsoft Windows. I don't. Huh. Okay. But like, if what late, like the 2003 makes sense to me, but like the later part is, I don't think are Windows Vista drivers working on this thing. Like I don't know. Can I install Clips? You know what? Clip Studio Paint React OS. Keep that React OS in there. Independent React OS Paint. It's just MS Paint, but for React OS. Very cool. Thank you. Can run some Battlefield games as of 2022. Huh. What the fuck is haiku? I've heard that. What is this? Haiku OS. What's Haiku OS? It is a BOS compatible. Is BOS that one weird 90s OS? That was like modern. There was like some bitches in the 90s were like modern operating systems are designed for based off of technology based in the 1980s. It's brand new shit, and it's like they can't even get wine running on it because the way it handles like address spacing is so fucked up. Godot had a port for it, I think, that they like stopped. I think this might be it. Um, huh. I mean, I don't disagree with the idea. Like, yeah, like this is like to this day, Windows's like drive system is still based off of how DOS handled drives. You have your C, your A, your B, your D. Like we definitely kept shit around, but I also feel like we've kept those things around for a reason. It's why we still have the start menu. We don't have the start screen from Windows 8 because God only knows what fucking dumbass thought that was a good idea. Haiku OS. Been in beta since 2009. Or alpha then. It's in beta now. Okay. 3D acceleration. It's got Vulkan now. Ain't that something? Yeah. Part of me was almost like, what if I went to Apple? What if I went to Mac OS? That's just as bloated as fucking Windows nowadays. That doesn't solve anything. Alright, I guess the question is, do I want to give up Krita? What if I run it through Proton? Everything I've tried running on Proton seems to work fine. Not being able to capture Firefox's audio is kind of bullshit, but yeah, I don't know what to do about that. I mean, you know what? Fuck it. Add non-Steam game. Fuck it. Quip Studio Paint installer. Hi. Welcome to Proton. Yeah. If this doesn't work, I don't know what else to try. 'Cause I don't know. This shit's been so fucking confusing. Wait, on Linux, you're still running? Fuck off. Yeah. Hmm. Hold on here. Well, wait. Uh, hmm. Go to properties. Yeah. Come on, baby. Yeah. 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 Things are happening. I don't know how Steam does it, but Steam always does it. This is the most solid installation of this I've had since I installed this operating system. And this is the third time I've tried installing Clip. One more CRT music. Nah, fuck it, we're just gonna listen to the good one. Thanks, Valve. I'm vibing. All right, somewhere in my Valve files there is now Quip. I just have to find it. Oh! Wait. No. No, that's that other thing. That's the other one. I gotta delete that. You. Yeah. Bye-bye. Proton. C drive location. All right, home, local, share, Steam, tabletop simulator. What are you doing here? Huh. One thing I learned that you should not do is have Linux Steam look at your NTFS Windows Steam's libraries because they don't get along. They kind of hate each other, actually. I learned that the hard way. It's not fun. Uh, yeah. All right, Steam. Wait, share Steam, Steam apps. And then we got compat data. That's a thing. Are we in here? Wait. I gotta navigate to that from here. Shit. Wait, better make sure it's like in here at least. Yeah? There's Quip. Okay. Now how do we get here? I wish I could type in the directory path like on Windows. At least Microsoft kept that part of the Explorer. Local, share Steam. Steam apps. Compat data. Cool numbers. I just realized that says DOS devices. That's badass. Yo, Internet Explorer's in here? Windows Media Player's in here? Aw, shit, dog. Alright, Clip Studio, Clip Studio. I thought I removed you. We can close this guy. No. I grabbed my guitar. Where's Steam? Ah, add selected program. Cool beans. And then we get this guy. And we remove him. And then we got this guy. All right, let's see how this goes. Okay, we gotta make sure that Proton's on. Is Proton experimental better, or is Proton like a number better? I think it defaults to experimental, but I'm not sure. Okay, I'm gonna go with experimental, and if that don't work, we'll try something else. I used to actually be able to play parts of this on guitar, but I forgot. Let's try again. Guys, there might be a problem. Um, what's that number? Two. What? That's the only number there. Wait a minute. Okay, well, something's not working. Because now that number changed, A, and B, in the folder, and in program files, we don't even have clip anymore. So, okay. I am. I don't know, dude. Okay, There's got to be a way I can harness the badassity of everything Steam's got going on. And, like, keep the shit working, you know? Cause is gone. Hi, Scraps. What do you know about Linux, Scraps? You know how to install Clip Studio on it? Cause that is exactly what I need right now. I need to get Clip Studio working on Linux with pen pressure, because the few times I have gotten it to launch, I had no fucking pen pressure. Barely computer as it is. Alright, we're gonna re-add Clip Studio's installer. You got this though. Oh god, do I? I'm not sure. I'm going to try again. The installer worked really good. Man, I want to learn how to make music. That is an autism that has been creeping in the back of my brain. This was like the title music, if I'm not mistaken. Hearing this on your Xbox at like 8 p.m. on your CRT. Damn mood. The concept of love. It was in Jet Set Radio too? Oh. I did not know it was also in Jet Set Radio. I normally associate this song with Future. I played a little bit of Future in emulation, which thankfully works now. Because that game was kind of fucked without emulation. Thankfully, Xbox emulation has come a long way. Alright, alright. Alright, if I... Bomb Rush Cyberpunk? I have that actually. I really like it. I think Studio Reptile is badass. I know it's auto playing shit, but like. I should just add shit to the queue. Alright. Oh yeah, that's right. They are making a new Jet Set Radio. I feel like they were just waiting for Bomb Rush Cyberpunk to come out just to see if people actually like wanted it. All right, clip is in. There's clip. Okay. Does that copy the whole path? Yes, it do. Okay. If this works, I wanted the money making proof first, even though everyone's been screaming for it for years. Yeah, but like you see, it took them a while to understand that open world 3D Sonic games were also a good idea. Steam overlay we do not need. All right, let's see if this works. Sonic games, my beloved. Oh! Please, please. I need this to work so bad. It's like we're inching a little closer each time, guys. Oh. It's setting up. I don't know what's taking it so long, but I hope. Wait, I had to press OK. Looks like it's downloading material. Um, hmm. How do I... There. Clip Studio's doing it. The bars be filling. They sure do be. One thing I do know for certain is that I have yet to see any reason to upgrade Clip. Like, I know that, like, I have to pay for upgrade updates now, but like, I don't really see any reason to. Oh, thank you for the hydrate and sit up and stretch. I'm gonna use my guitar to. I bought a guitar for a fidget toy and a bass for a fidget toy because it sounds stimmy. Oh, my back! I think I messed up my back the other day helping carry shit for baking. Ooh. Well, that's the last of my water. I'll have some coffee, I guess. Mm. Rule one in life: never carry anything ever. That's impossible. I carry myself. I carry myself everywhere. Because if you can't carry yourself, no one's gonna carry you anywhere. Damn, full party Fortnite going on, I can see. Ah. Make Witchy carry you. That one's independent. Although Witchy can punt me very far. Surprise Clip Studio. Blah, blah, blah. VTube Studio works as well as it does on this. There's a lot of confusion though with as I hinted earlier, with Steam and using an NTFS directory on Linux for your Steam installs with your Windows Steam library. It was not great. Quite bad, honestly. All right, let's see if I can log in. There's like graphical issues with Clip, and sucks. Yeah, there is a new season of Fortnite. Godzilla. X. Damn, Echo, summoning dicks. What's up, Echo? How you is? Cannot log in. Incorrect email or password. What do you mean? No way. I added an extra I to Gmail. Play League and for the second time in the same week, got 30 kills and a loss. Damn, I think that's really good. Good job, Echo. All right, Clip is now frozen. And it's saying it's not responding, but I'm letting it wait. Because I think I had this before. But honestly, for not having to dink around with any, like, configuration files and just having this shit work, this has been really nice. Goblin likes this. Hey, it's got my Clip stuff. Hydrate, oh my god, everyone's making me need to make pee. We're gonna do the trial because I don't want to have my license get transferred a bunch if I don't have to. Did it open? What happened? It's telling me I have a notification. Clip, please. I'm begging you. Please. Please, 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 please. Huh. Oh yeah, you upgraded your SSD and power, so now I can all my games. Oh, it opened there for a moment. What happened? I saw it open for a second. Hmm. It opens for a moment, but then it seems to like die. Okay, so we clearly have it installed, but something is not happy. Um, Maybe if we just keep trying, it'll work. Now you can play Fantasy Devil May Cry or kill Bosch paintings with Elf Waifu. Isn't Fantasy Devil May Cry Devil May Cry? I'm pretty sure Devil May Cry is fantasy already. But I do know what you mean. Mm. Hmm. Oh. Okay, we got it really is like being weird. Uh Nah, Devil May Cry is a historical account. Yeah, it's a documentary. Devil May Cry is a documentary. It's true. I was there. I saw it happen. I saw the devil cry. All right, Steam. Let's see what we can pull off here. Studio Paint. I saw Mr. Pizza Man do a backflip into the flesh pit. It's true. That's how it happened. Hmm. Okay, maybe this work. Maybe Goblin the Pearl of Miracle. Okay, it's definitely crashing. Let's see if we can find out why it's crashing. Goblin going to find out why this shit don't work. Alright, Goblin knows where things are. Because in Goblin's folder now, there should be a cool new thing. But which file's the real one? Oh, it's this one. Well, that's clips. Yeah, we don't put that one in the trash. All right, here we are. The log. Well, it's certainly doing things. Yes, yes. Those are registers. Wait a minute. Is this a complete disassembly of the motherfucking... Okay. Goblin. Yes, 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 yes. Huh. Goblin is going to look up how to Steam Proton debug crash. How do I Linux the Windows program the goodest? Let's see here. I like how it actually gave me results. How to troubleshoot start crashes. Very early guide. Very cool. How to debug. Steam on terminal. Right on terminal. Steam. That's what I did. Find crash address. Check what DLL at address. Do a trace the component to check what function crashes. Check out what that code does. I didn't say I would be fixing Proton. I just wanted to know what I could do to fix it. But if, well, Is there... Okay, here's an idea. Control F. Error. Line. Using kernel write watches. Uh... mm, okay, there's something, maybe. Okay. Failed to find library for Windows UI input radial controller. Kerberos. Okay. Proton. Unable to use Proton games not loading. Hmm. Huh. I could try a different version of Proton. Yeah. Alright, let's try that. What Scrap's sending me? Oh, this is Elf Waifu. Ah, it's that Phantasmo game. Metaphor. Shimigami Tensei Persona. Fucking knife here. Dude, I got an idea. What if you made a Left 4 Dead game, right? But you put a tiefling, an elf, a dwarf, and a goblin together. That's your playable characters. And they all hate each other. Or they don't hate each other, but they're like... But it's got like that fantasy racism that's funny. They call each other leaf flickers and knife ears and stone munchers or something. Then over the course of the game, they all learn to love and respect each other. Oh shit, is that just what Vermintide 3 is? That's awesome. I'm glad it exists. Then I don't have to make it. Oh yeah, I was gonna go to property, compatibility, and then I was going to use this one particular version of... Yo, downloading content. Hmm. Vermintide 2 is that, but different races. Dude, all of Persona's Shin Megami Tensei. I'm worried they're putting out too many games, though. Damn. I still want to play Soul Hacker. Ah. The cable is next to my face. I want to eat it. Linux? What do you mean Spotify is an update already? What do you mean? Is Vermintide 3 a game or... Oh wait, what's... I'm gonna look up what Vermintide 2 is. I only know a limited amount about Vermintide. Yo, can you like never show me that? Thank you, bye. 80% off right now, damn. What do we, oh hey, there's the bitches. Yo, is this a 5-player game? Damn it. What do we got? What do we got? What are these? Human, dwarf, human. There's a tiefling looking fucker. Is it just humans and one dwarf? And you kill rats. I have no idea what you would be killing in the game I had in my head. I could just say it's zombies, you know? Fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. We're not gonna have 4-player game. We're gonna have 6-player game. We're gonna include an orc and a human. There's the extras. Hmm. I just don't know why, Clip Studio, why do you hate me? I do everything for you. Please. Dwarf, elf, witch hunter, and a holy knight. So there's 3 different races. I guess some things depict witches as a different race. I don't really think of witches as that different from a human. Just magical humans. They're all fantasy racists. Nice. I don't know why fantasy racism is funny. It's kind of fucked up. Well, actually, it's not funny, but it can be a little funny if it's done well. Because I definitely, in Baldur's Gate 3, the shit with the tieflings is like, oh shit, this is like, this isn't funny. This is not cool. This is bad. Like, you shouldn't, this is fucked up. But when an elf calls a fucking dwarf a stupid alcoholic, and a dwarf calls an elf a fucking leaf flicker knife ear, that's funny. I think it's funny because they're really up their own asses. They are obsessed with themselves. Dwarves think they are the pinnacle of shit, and elves think they are the pinnacle of shit. That's like their default racist, like, opinion. They have a sort of elite ism, and it's funny when the two of them clash. I think that's what makes it funny. But there's not a lot that can like outside of that, like there's not too much other shit. Goblins can sometimes have that bit of elitism, I think. So you could pull it off maybe with a goblin, something like a tiefling, like some sort of demon spawn. That could have its own sense of elitism. I think it would be funny if all these guys thought they were the pinnacle of like creation and they're all just fucking forced to like fight like hell and protect each other. And then realize that the power of friendship is the only thing you need. I'm gonna kill you, Clip. I'm gonna kill you. Why do you hate me? Alright, this is like the 4th version of Proton I'm trying. I have to download the whole thing every single time. The main thing with Metaphor is it's actually a whole new thing, not Shin Megami Tensei. Gameplay wise, it's Shin Megami Tensei. I've seen that shit. Come on. Why do you die on me? That matters because of the connections in lore. Isn't all of Shin Megami Tensei some like giant branching thing about some like catastrophes? And whether or not the demons were like allowed to physically manifest in the world or shoved into the collective unconsciousness where they became the different aspects of personality, or then there's like the other one where they then become like digital things and then just like huge branching lore paths. Seems like no matter what version of it's a constant fight between chaos or law in many forms, with elder gods fucking with stuff. Well, at least I know in like Persona, the gods kind of like the gods that appear there are sort of like a response to people's unconscious desires or thoughts. Because in Persona 4, the big bad at the end of the... I only know 4 and 5 because those are the only two I've played. But I know in 4, the big baddie is basically a manifestation of the desire to not know. And then the bad guy in Persona 5 is a manifestation of the desire to blindly follow. Why does this thing fucking crash? It would be cool if like I had a like I don't know, a clip crash log. Wait. Does clip have a crash log? Shit. I didn't think about that part. Does Clip Studio have a crash log? I think it's faster to ask user support than crash reports. Says what? Mm, I can't even get to that. I can't even get to like the no canvas open. Updating Microsoft Edge, you say? Hmm. Crash. And all the old angels and demons into Persona. Yeah, that's what I figured. Actually, I have played a decent little chunk of one. I've definitely made a little chunk of one. Um, all that Persona 3, 4, and 5 stuff is new gods forming from old legends and people's wants. Yeah, that's what I figured. I don't remember. I watched my roommate play Persona 3 back in the day, and I don't entirely remember what the shit is with 3. I know that the guy Shimigane Tensei is old gods never die, so humanity is fucked. Hmm. Show log. Well, I can't get there, so that doesn't help me. I'm sure eventually like this shit will work. But it sure as hell ain't working now. Hmm. 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 Bah. Goblin upset that Goblin can't figure this out. Bleh. But Goblin is also getting a little worn out. I thank you all for hanging out with me as I figure out Linux. But damn. SMT, scary. We're gonna raid Litchi. I hope you will get it soon. I don't know if I will. I'm gonna be real with you, but I'm certainly gonna try. But, we shall see. Have a good day now, everybody. Bye-bye.